What are three things that you think people miss out when they are looking for opportunities outside their home countries?
Well, I mean, that's a very wide question and very, very apt question. I think I'll try and do justice to it. I can't really pinpoint the top three, but I will definitely share with you some of the things that I think people, not just within Pakistan, anywhere in the world, whenever you're trying to pursue a role in some other part of the globe, I think the one thing that people don't do is homework. There are rules and regulations, and there are legalities. There are policies laid down by governments of different countries. One must definitely, before entering into that market and doing a hit and run, it's rather better to educate yourself a bit about the way you'll operate. How will you operate? For example, let me give you a quick on this. As per the rules and regulations, I know you would know it better than me about Canada, but particularly about the US because I have some exposure there. You can't really be a remote employee of an American company without a HB1 visa. Whether you travel there or not, you just cannot be working for an American firm or a Canadian firm for that matter, sitting in some part of India, Pakistan, or some other country. You can't do that. I mean, there are rules there. So you have to be an employee of a entity that is US based or Canada based. And yes, they have presence in Pakistan or Sri Lanka or India or some other part of the world. And you're an employee of that entity working on a project of a US based or a Canada based software firm or whatever. So these are little things. I'll just give you one example. So I think homework is extremely important. I think that's missing whenever I meet with people who intend to do this or are trying to do it. They're figuring out other ways to do it, and they fall prey to what they call as freelancing, which I am sorry to say is not a career. It's not a sustainable means of income. There's a lot of uncertainty in finding freelance work as opposed to having a permanent job. So that needs to be made very clear, that even if you are even clear about the difference between freelancing and a remote job, I think that is something very important that people should appreciate before picking a role or taking a career choice. So if you're looking for a career, you must go through the process of professional development. It's very important. Build a network in the global industry, have sustainable at the same time, high income finding jobs. The question you asked was, what else? Well, another point that I want to mention is you need to have specialized skills. You need to have specialized skills if you really, really think that you can make your mark in a remote job. Remote jobs are not just available just like that. Organizations have to think of, I think, maybe 100 times for giving work and trusting an individual in some other part of the planet. So they'd rather have people work with them based in their own periphery. So I think that is where high skill matters a lot. Relevant high skill. What is that relevant high skill? One must first investigate that, and then if you have that skill, great, nurture it, polish it, pitch it. Or if you don't have that skill, then develop it, then get it from somewhere. So this is an important area also for people when they decide to choose to go towards remote jobs, but they sometimes don't. They think that basic skills like web development and content writing and all these things that they've managed to pull off a few gigs on the Upwork, etc., via their freelancing profiles, that will not convert into a permanent remote job ever. I think people are very choosy in giving away those jobs outside of their country to random people. So I think there's a dire need for entities that become kind of a representation of human resource of a certain country, where they are able to give them identity and be a mother organization to them, hire those people and pitch those people and their hours and their skills to American, Canadian, or Saudi firms. I mean, that's given away a business model.
Yes.
For smart people, they can try and give it a shot.